I'm getting back to Yu-Gi-Oh too. Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of my Back to Yu-Gi-Oh series. I hope everybody's doing well, and I'd just like to start off this video with a big apology. This is supposed to be a weekly series, but unfortunately, yeah, it's been a few months. So, truthfully though, I did finish filming and editing the first half of the video, but a lot of things came up since then. It was all the way back in January, so instead I decided to just reshoot the whole episode all over again. A lot of things happened, a lot of products came up, and actually I have been keeping up with the hobby. It's just that I wasn't able to vlog all of them down, so that's what I'm gonna be talking about in today's video. Also, a side note, I'm trying out a different camera angle so that you can see a little bit more of my little studio at the background with all of the Yu-Gi-Oh products, so let me know what you guys think in the comments for that. Anyway, it's a global apocalypse right now, so as you guys clearly know that all of the local stores aren't open, and yeah, nobody should be going out, so I hope everybody's staying home and staying safe. I'm pretty well, not really going out too much, not that much change in my lifestyle. I did happen to have a bit of footage. I went to 2 locals since January and one in March before the lockdown happened, so I do have a little bit of footage there which I'm gonna be talking about later in the video. And yeah, so basically the time between January and today, school really collapsed on me, and when I look back in episode 3 when I said, yeah, I'm gonna try to keep up with video making in case school comes up, yeah, that was like famous last words. So the organization of this episode, I'm gonna try to talk about it in the timeline in the past few months of what I've been up to. So I'm gonna just start off by talking about what has been going on with my Yu-Gi-Oh journey in January, February, March, and up to today, and hopefully we can move on from there a little bit better. First up in January, I was actually really appalled by how the Magical Heroes, Liquid Soldier, their prices was just totally insane back then. There was a huge market crash, a lot of buyouts happening, it was really incredible. So of course at that point in time I didn't buy Liquid Soldier or any of the other cards. I tried to wait it out till the prices got a little bit better. Instead, what I did for the local tournament was to just fine-tune my deck, and mostly my extra deck. I tried playing Red Reboot and Solemn Strike, all of these little fine-tuning for the extra deck, because I realized that our main deck was actually fairly complete based on what I had so far. So there wasn't much to the main deck, it was more of responding to opponents because we're playing matches. So that was what I was looking at. So one of the biggest takeaways from the tournament, apart from all of the games that we played, was that I actually met a subscriber, Dylan. A big shout out to you. I actually met Dylan on the tournament, and honestly, since I started this channel and I only made 3 videos, I totally did not expect to get myself recognized out there. So Dylan, thank you so much for saying hi to me. I'm glad we managed to talk and get to know each other as much as possible. Again, it was really unfortunate we couldn't meet all the way until now, so yeah, this is the video. So the tournament was pretty enjoyable. I played a few matches. Unfortunately, I didn't get into the top 4 or 5. It didn't really go too well, but I did manage to take a few more matches. The key things that I was trying to learn about the game was playing the mechanics and learning simple combinations when my opponent is destroying my hero monsters, and I start to use mass change to chain the effects so that my effect would actually be carried forward. So just like how I did with Mask Hero Blast. So basically during that tournament I was actually really happy. I was almost moved to tears when the new ban list came out. Back then it was just Thunder Dragon Colossus was being banned, so yep, I was having a hard time. If you remember, I was getting my butt kicked by all the Thunder Dragons, and now they are gone. So I did a little bit of fine tuning, and instead I started to focus more on my actual tactics, because there are some basic combinations which I haven't really been playing, such as using my mass change or super poly more effectively, such as when I summon Stratos and I can activate the effect, the search effect, and then my opponent pops off Stratos. I actually could have chained mass change a few times or super poly just so that I could get my search and continue the combination. So that was my main aim of the past 2 tournaments which I went to. Anyway, after the tournament I was really happy. A lot of the people that I met in the locals, we started to get more comfortable with each other. Unfortunately, I couldn't meet them that often, so yeah, that's about it that happened in January. February was one when things started getting spicier, when I started buying more stuff. So in between, I was trying to get things on eBay. I started to get a Mask Hero Acid, I got a Liquid Soldier and Sunrise. So these are the cards which I tried to add into my deck for the tournament in March, which I went for. So in the tournament in March, I only had Liquid Soldier and Sunrise, and that was because Malicious Bane and Adusted Gold were at their whopping high of $170 for a Dusted Gold and over $100 for Malicious Bane, and I didn't really want to shell out that kind of money. So I went into the tournament pretty daring just to try to pull off the Sunrise combo. And first of all, the local scene, actually there was a lot more different players, and the gap between the deck was really not good. Just playing Liquid Soldier, yeah, it was totally insufficient, which I learned the hard way. Interestingly though, during that tournament, we played against more hard-on combos, which was a little bit more intense than normal, such as playing against Evenly Matched, There Can Only Be One, and Imperial Order, just to name a few of the cards which I haven't really seen before in the actual gameplay. I have seen them on Dueling Nexus, but I didn't expect to see them in the local tournaments, and that's the part which I kind of realized that these kind of meta cards, we kind of get soft locked because of the prizes. I really didn't do well for that tournament. In fact, I only won maybe 1 or 2 games, not a single match. But the thing is, I started to get more used to combos, and I played with a lot more different archetypes such as the Mech Knights. I'm getting to know the game a little bit more, which was, to me, that was the important part. It's not just about focusing on one single deck type, but to get to know all of the different decks. I was pretty happy, and at the end of the tournament, while I was feeling a little bit sore over my loss, I did bring my binder and I made a couple of trades. So if you remember in the last episode, I was actually thinking of sending in my cards to the buy list, but in the end I didn't. So I just tried to mix a few trades, and I did manage to get 1 copy of Evenly Matched. So just 2 more copies. So over down in March, I opened up quite a bit of products. The first thing that I opened was the Movie Pack Secret Edition. That was all the way back in February. I ordered a box later on, which came, and that was a really enjoyable unboxing experience. Having everything in Secret Edition, it was a pretty standardized print. I really enjoyed it, and that got me excited, and I kind of got a feeling that I want to build a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck because of all of the Secret Editions, so maybe I might do that in the future. I also ordered in 9 boxes of Immortal Destinies from a UK supplier. I tried to get Magical Heroes, but unfortunately they were sold out and the second wave just never came. I ended up with 9 Adusted Golds and 4 Malicious Banes. I'm just in the process of getting them sold so that I can recover the cost of the 9 boxes that I bought. And I also got 3 copies of the Shadow Structure deck, which I have over here, and clearly can see that these are still sealed, so I haven't opened them up. In fact, I have an entire bag full of 3 copies of the Structure decks which I haven't opened. I haven't got to deck building yet. You guys also saw the case opening that I had for Duel Overload, which, yeah, I saw people getting playsets of things. Unfortunately, I didn't get that many playsets. Maybe, yeah, there was a little bit too much variances. Maybe I just wasn't that lucky. But it was an enjoyable experience as well. I like opening all holo sets, and there was a lot of Link monsters that were pretty helpful in the deck building. At least I got one of almost everything except for Phantasme. I actually wanted Phantasme, but I could probably get singles for that. Finally, I got Secret Slayers, and that's down in April. I got 3 boxes of Secret Slayers, and I expected to build the Rika Fairy deck. Side note, I kind of wish that they kept the original translation of Snowflower, but I think it was because of the sizing issue. I also wanted to try the Eldritch and the Adamantimators, but it seems like the prices are a little bit insane right now, so I'm gonna wait till it cools off a little bit more, because, yeah, they aren't gonna be the main decks that I want to have. So when I opened the 3 boxes of Secret Slayers, I was pretty blessed. I was blessed with 2 Adamantimator Researchers and 1 Eldritch, which completely covered the cost of the 3 booster boxes which I bought. And so in future episodes, this is where I'm gonna be talking about what's gonna happen going forward. Until the locals start opening, unfortunately, I don't think that there's nothing much to film in terms of the tournament. So the next few episodes will probably be centered around me building new deck types. Since I've already completed the hero deck to the best I can, everybody is talking about Master Rule 5s and just showing off the hero deck being a little bit fine-tuned here and there, but actually in terms of real-world testing, yeah, we have no idea how it's really gonna work in the local tournaments. Right now you're playing online against players who have access to every single card, so we won't know until we actually start playing Master Rule 5s in person, which I'm really excited to do so. Anyway, the first deck that I'm actually starting to work on is the Cyber Dragons. I ordered a lot of the Cyber Dragon cores and trying to build a new deck around them. As you can see, I've used the original Cyber Dragon cards. I kind of like the original artwork, and I'm still looking for more cards, so that's what I'm going to be working on. Rika Fairies, which I have mentioned earlier, I put together the core. I got 3 boxes, and I just need to fill up and get some extra cards. Kind of glad that I could just buy the single for that because at Emancipator researchers in terms of monetary value is a lot higher. Another deck type which I thought I wouldn't be building will be zombies, because I actually do have 3 copies of the Zombie Horde structure deck, which I think I just bought it at the moment because there was a sale, and now I realize that among all of the sets that I've opened, I started collecting a lot of zombie cards. Dual Overload had the ultra rare zombie world, so I think I'm gonna be building a zombie themed deck. I think over the past few months I have actually spent quite a bit of money in accumulating a lot of things, so that's where I hit the point where I think I started building a collection already, and I started to realize that there are a lot of cards which I don't really need. It's nice to have, but it's not really what I need. That's when I started organizing my binders. Now I have a binder full of meta cards which I would be using, such as the Dual Devastators. I have all of those side deck cards. Those are important cards which I need for playing. Another binder that's just for my collection purposes. That's where I keep my OG artwork, so I started collecting them. And now I think I'm gonna be cooling off on a little bit more of the sets. I'm gonna try not to buy as many products like cases like the Dual Overload anymore unless I really do want to, because as you can see, as I was mentioning, like you just end up with a lot of cards which you don't really need. And so actually you guys can tell me in the comments how you guys arrange your collection. What do you do with all of these extra cards? As much as I like them, I don't really need 6 copies of Dark Calling, and that's why going forward I think I'm just gonna be focusing on the singles when I need it, as and when I need it, and that would hopefully manage the budget a little bit better. I'm not really rich, so I can't just drop money just like that. And then we'll see how it goes along. Just to sum it all up, it is a little bit of a bummer that the summer break has started and we don't have any local tournaments to go to. But at the same time, seeing how there's an entire pandemic, I'm kind of glad that all non-essential services has been blocked, because public health is important. Trying to stay home as much as possible, wait till everything is all cooled off, and hopefully I can release more videos. I am taking summer school, which is supposed to be a little bit more intense, but everything is online now. Do look forward to the next video where I'll be trying to talk more about the deck building, see what kind of online tournaments are going on. I did hear that there was something going on with all of the YuGiTuber community. Hopefully I can join up with them. So yeah, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.